Brock, position number 2. Row 2, the Coca-Cola Commodore VR of Wayne Gardner, and the Ford Credit Falcon EF of Glenn Seaton.
Row 3 is John Bowe in the Shell FAI Falcon with Larry Perkins in the Castrol Commodore alongside. Row 4, the Gibson Seeger Commodore with Mark Scaife on board, and Dick Johnson in the second Shell FAI Ford.
Row number 5, Pack Leader Racing's Alan Jones with Russell Ingle in one of the Castrol Commodores. Row number 6 is Neil Crompton and Tony Longhurst.
Row number 7, the second of the Pack Leader Falcons with Paul Romano at the wheel. Max Dumsney making his Shell debut this weekend too. Row 8, Mark Larkham in the Mitre 10 Ford and Stephen Richards in the Valvoline Cummins VR.
Row number 9 has Scotty Taylor and Mike Conway sharing. Row number 10, Steve Ellery and Greg Crick.
5 seconds away from the start of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship battle in Tasmania. Craig Lowndes and Peter Brock on the front row of the grid. Engines bouncing off the rev limiters. The green light goes and Lowndes gets a blinder from pole position. Leaves Brock in his wake. Gardner comes on a charge too. He's up alongside Brock as they come into turn 1. It's side by side out of there. Great start from the Shell Ford too. A huge pack of V8s trying to fit through. Mark Larkham gets tapped halfway around, manages to survive, gets on the grass as they head down the back straight for the first time. And we've had a drama on the start line. Dick Johnson backing up pit lane. He got caught up in that melee too. But Lowndes in control. Brock in second. Gardner in third. There's Bowe up in fourth and the first of the Castrol Commodores.
A great start from Craig Lowndes.
Look at this. Maximum attack from our reigning champion, John Bowe. Sneaks up the inside of Wayne Gardner. Puts some real pressure on there. And Larry Perkins, I think it is, follows him through.
Bowe started position number 5 from the start and really benefited from the jump that Craig Lowndes gave, as too did Gardner. You can see Seaton lagging a little bit, was behind Peter Brock, and the inside line really capitalised. There is the master, Brock, Bowe right on the hammer. Holden v Ford.
To the pressure being applied through Coca-Cola corner that time. 3 wide under brakes as they shuffle position on this critical opening lap. It's Lowndes, Brock, Bowe, Gardner, Perkins, Seaton, Scaife, Ingle, Crompton as they come down toward Brambles Hampden for the second time. Bowe just alongside Brock. There may have been contact there. Maximum braking from 220 kilometres an hour right down to about 50. Really does give the front stoppers a serve. Just such hectic action in this opening lap, Brad.
It is, and Bowe will be giving everything he's got to get by Brock. With the Bridgestone tyres that Peter's running, it usually takes him about 3 laps to get the heat right into them to get maximum adhesion. But with the Dunlop, it's only a lap. So as you can see in through the turns here, Bowe is all over Brock, but he needs to push on. And it really is a lottery situation here with tyres this weekend. Of course, they had to qualify in those treacherous conditions yesterday on wet weather tyres. They had to pick their 2 sets of slicks or their 8 tyres just by rule of thumb, by judgment and good calculation. So we really don't know how this situation is going to work out over these 321 lappers. Brock, Bowe right behind him down toward Brambles. On the back straight.
John Bowe with a brand new engine in the Shell FAI Falcon for this weekend at Symmons Plains. He certainly looks to have the right amount of horses. Really closed up on the back end of Brock. In the meantime, Craig Lowndes is establishing. Nice lead out front. It is HRT 1 and 2.
Well, the kid's really done at that time, a 54.94 on his first flying lap. Him on the outright, well, the fastest qualifying time last year, and the driver was a 54.04. So Lowndes really on it. From the moment that green light went, didn't he get a blinder on the start?
Fantastic start. It almost looked like Brock had the car in third gear rather than first, because he hesitated and he went again. So I'd say maybe the wrong gear, or possibly what he's done is dumped the clutch a bit hard and the car's just bogged down.
You saw a puff of smoke there as the brakes locked on the Coca-Cola number 4 car of Wayne Gardner, and right up alongside it looks to be Larry Perkins in the Castrol entry. They head down towards a very tricky hairpin. We saw plenty of moments there in a rain-affected qualifying session yesterday afternoon.
Take race cam with Larry Perkins in the Castrol Commodore. As he gets up behind Wayne Gardner on this back straight, building up 6th gear, 245 kilometres an hour. Has a look up the inside. Gardner gets wide. It's very, very close. As Larry just squidges through, there may have been contact there under brakes. Gardner comes back on the attack. He's halfway into the side of the Castrol Commodore, and Perkins heads off into the scrub. Well, boy, oh boy, wasn't that close. Ferocious stuff under brakes. It went on for a long, long time. Gardner wasn't going to back off, and Perkins paid the penalty.
Larry Perkins is, in fact, the second driver to go off down at the end of the long straight. Glenn Seaton only a lap ago did it all by himself.
So Gardner lives to survive for another day, and now he's got Scaife coming at him. Larry was the last time around. Now Scaife in the Sega Team Gibson Motorsport Commodore as he comes through the hairpin, looks for a quick run out of here. And I guess it really is just a case of a couple of drag races around this track, Brad.
It's very true. The horsepower is a major player here, and as we see, Larry had plenty. It'll be interesting to see how Scaife goes here against the WGR car.
Heavy good race cam. Sega holds race cam with Mark Scaife as he comes under maximum attack, back, grabs another gear, puts a wheel up on the inside, and Gardner has been hit again.
Wayne just waved at the race cam.
Oh, look at the damage on the front of these cars. That went on for a long, long time. Gardner and Scaife really locked up. All sorts of drama there. And Wayne Gardner will be spitting chips.
And we thought Frank Bruno, Mike Tyson was going to be the major stink of today.
Oh, action. Wow. Action. That was a major attack. Scaife charging up the inside. Gardner was not going to get in. Let's look at that on race cam. Scaife just grabs another gear. He's right over on the ripple stiffs. Bang! Gardner's coming around, and Scaife's right into the side of him. Plenty of damage to the front spoiler. Gardner waves at him to say, what the hell's going on? Fiberglass going everywhere. Scaife and Gardner both in the pits. Goodness me.
Well, a very interesting couple of laps. You can see the two cars involved in the altercation. Just a bit of work there.
Shows how serious these guys are playing. Scaife just was on maximum attack mode there. Wasn't going to back off. Went very, very deep under brakes.
Tell you what, that leaves Lowndes, Brock and Bowe out in the clear. 5 of the major players in Australian V8 touring car racing already experienced problems. I'm talking of Johnson, Perkins, Gardner, Scaife and Seaton.
Well, Gardner's got back into the race, so he's coming back out of pit lane. So the order now is Lowndes. He's opened up a 4.7 second gap on Brock, with Bowe in third. Russell Ingall now moves up to fourth. Crompton in the second, Code Commodore in fifth, and Alan Jones in the first of the pack leader Falcons. Strong showing for them in sixth position. So really mixed up. Larry Perkins back into the battle as well after his little crash with Gardner. So Gardner really has been in the wars of Symmons Place in these opening laps of this first heat. 6 laps down in this 21 lapper.
There's Gardner closing in on Ingall. Alan Jones not too far in arrears. And Alan Jones, Brad, for the first time in 1996 and first time with Pack Leader Racing, he's on the brand new Bridgestones, the brand new batch. They've done a lot of testing at Lakeside since the last round at Bathurst, and it's paying dividends.
Well, tyres are such an important part of these cars, and as you can see, as you said, and he's certainly running a lot better this weekend than he has for a long time. Big ask, new team, trying to make everything work properly and be on the pace. But this weekend he seems to be just that little closer. Oh, Russell Ingall in trouble there.
And Neil Crompton takes advantage, ducks up the inside. Alan Jones tries to go through with the Commodore as well. Just gets his door closed there. So Ingall survives. Jones right behind him now in the pack leader Ford.
Very nice save there by Ingall. He just had that back wheel locked up coming in, bit of a speedway slide into the corner, and but enough for Crompton to get by and put a few feet in between them.
So he moves up in position. This is the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th behind Lowndes, Brock and Bowe in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And look at Jones coming under, Russell Ingall coming under increasing pressure from Jones as they come over the hump back toward turn 1. Jones really pumped up here, trying to knock these pack leader cars into shape. Very competitive environment. And just looking very quick here as he comes up behind Ingall in the Castrol Commodore.
Larry Perkins part of this equation at the moment. Perkins has just visited the pits, so the number 11 Castrol car is a lap or so down. Jones, a very aggressive driver.
And I guess, Brad, down at this hairpin, because it's so punishing on the brakes, toward the end of these heats when the things are getting a bit tired, we always seem to see these cars bumping into each other under maximum braking.
Well, and the other thing is, of course, it's getting towards the end of the race, but the fuel load's getting a little bit lighter. They might be adjusting the bias on the brakes just to get the car teetering on maximum stopping power. There we've lost, is that Romano?
Yeah, teammate Romano in 2:01. Just getting a little bit out of shape through brambles there. Manages to gather it up, get back in the race. So Larry Perkins lapped in amongst this traffic.
Here we see Alan Jones, who's got by Ingall at the back of the straight there, and he's sailing off after Crompton now.
So Jones is on a real charge. He's up to 5th position now.
Crompton has been the winner of this battle. He's got Perkins riding shotgun. Craig Lowndes Car number 15, Mobile HRT.
Well, he's not only the fastest man on the circuit today, he's also just set a new lap record of 54.58, previously held by John Bowe last year of 54.77. So Lowndes, 2/10 under the lap record, absolutely flying. But Brock